split-second decision can completely change what happens next. Let's take a look at some remarkable moments caught on camera today and the safety lessons behind them. When dropping water at a low altitude near Panguilemo, Chile, the pilot has to maintain an incredibly precise flight path since the clearance from the ground and obstacles is very limited. The video was shown to the jury at the Old Bailey during the trial of pilot Andrew Hill to help clarify exactly how the event unfolded. The incident in Belarus shows that the takeoff phase leaves no room for the MiG-29 pilot to make any maneuvers too early or out of sequence. In Australia, the MV-22B encountered a severe downwash, which led to the incident. Where are our viewers watching from, and how is the weather where you are today? The helicopter was racing against a Corvette ZR-1 before banking sharply and crashing to the ground.
Pictures posted on social media show passengers escaping.
The Japan Coast Guard aircraft was on a relief mission following the earthquake in the western part of the country when the incident occurred. It looks like the grass decided to keep the glider on the ground a little longer than expected.
Von 13:20 Uhr bis 15 Uhr auf jeden Fall. Und damit bitte auch an eine Warnung.
The wingtip scraping the runway shows that the landing phase still requires precise control right up until the aircraft comes to a complete stop. Luckily, neither pilot was injured in either of the incidents caught on camera.
No, that's definitely something that's up there.
Okay, so this is the Superstall. So for the Superstall, it's around 4 knots.
Oh!
Oops, folks, something.
The moment the aircraft crashed in Australia took viewers by surprise. Fortunately, the pilot wasn't hurt. The moment this small plane had to make an emergency landing in the middle of a residential area in Mesa definitely leaves viewers feeling anxious. It might look compact, but this helicopter seems ready to take on more work the second it finishes a mission.
At lunchtime, I'll be up there.
Here's the big plane going, hon. Watch the big
What a
plane.
big plane.
Yeah! Oh man, I'm just going absolutely nuts.
What do you think is the most important factor helping the flight crew handle this situation? Is it experienced teamwork or staying calm? The A321neo hadn't even touched the runway yet, but it already helped a few tourists check if their hats were on tight. This paragliding moment would definitely be a hard story for the folks back home to believe if there wasn't a video to prove it. The moment the pilot managed to keep the aircraft steady and brought it down to Earth with limited control in the UK. Operating a historic aircraft requires the maintenance team to keep a very close eye on the engine before, during, and after every flight. If that last situation surprised you, keep watching because the next clips are even harder to predict. Subscribing to the channel helps us keep bringing you more engaging content. The second its engine roared, the F-18 made the entire sky over Gijon the center of attention. According to the information provided, the incident was linked to a mechanical failure in the tail rotor area, but the exact cause is pending an investigation. When the landing gear wouldn't come down, the pilot had to make a tough call and perform a belly landing at Yeovilton in the UK. It looks like the air tractor chose a way to land that no pilot wants to write down in their logbook. The Spitfire lost control right after takeoff, since the aircraft didn't have enough altitude to recover easily. Facing sudden gusts of wind, the pilot had to stay calm and look for a chance to bring the hot air balloon down in a safe area. This unexpected moment of putting the helicopter down in an open area without causing any injuries shows that every second of reaction time matters. The Frecce Tricolori display over Lake Garda makes it hard to look away as the formation simultaneously paints incredibly precise flight paths across the sky. 7 passengers were taken to a U.S. Coast Guard base for a medical evaluation, which is always a necessary step after an incident. It seems like this flight wanted to give the crowd a really close hello before officially touching down on the runway. The decision to go around isn't a failure. It's a careful choice made when landing conditions are no longer safe enough. Thanks for watching this far. Be sure to subscribe and keep watching because we've got even better videos waiting for you in the next section. the moment the PC-12 suffered an engine failure while landing. Do you think insurance covers this kind of technical issue?
Yo, there's a plane coming down the freeway! Oh, it clipped the car!
In this simulated scenario, the pilot has to maintain control while finding a gap between lines of moving vehicles.
Fuck yeah, he made it!
The aircraft touched down with its gear up on runway 07, and luckily, neither pilot was injured. With a large cargo plane, just one unusual detail can make a situation change rapidly in a matter of seconds. When visibility and wind conditions are poor, every little adjustment takes absolute focus.
And here you can see this one, a Korean A330 on the go. And this one was a couple landings before our approach, so I'll cut to our approach now.
The fact that the 747-8 stayed right on course for runway 16 right shows the precise teamwork and control of the flight crew.
Throttles being disconnected.
What do you think is the most important factor in an emergency landing? Is it the pilot's experience or picking the right spot to touch down? This moment is a good reminder that going around is always a necessary choice if the approach is no longer stable. Luckily, he was flying into a headwind of about 20 miles per hour, which slowed down his touchdown speed and made the landing a lot less dangerous. The moment a firefighting aircraft crashed while battling a blaze in the Marmara forest definitely takes viewers by surprise. The technical inspection and the response plan when a plane slides off the runway are always incredibly important.
To more than crashing through a fence, the pilot reporting a mechanical issue. 2 people on board.
This clip shows that obstacles like cables need to be clearly marked around areas where helicopters operate. The reason the helicopters started spinning hasn't been confirmed yet, so we'll have to wait for the investigation results from the Federal Aviation Administration. This moment points out that a takeoff area needs plenty of clearance, and all flight controls must be thoroughly checked before leaving the ground.
What the fuck? There's sparks outside.
The flight crew diverted and landed the plane at Prestwick Airport. A report from the AAIB suggests the incident was related to a metal fatigue crack. That day was supposed to be all about plane spotting, but surely nobody expected an aircraft to end its journey like this.
We'll see you again.
The A33 had spread its wings across many journeys, but this time the wings were forced into early retirement before the rest of the fuselage. In the tricky wind conditions at Madeira, the flight crew had to quickly realize that continuing the landing was no longer a safe option.
All the stuff flying is leaves off the tree behind me.
The A320 tried to land twice, and it seems Storm Ashley still wanted to play the role of the toughest judge.
Bit of a hard landing.
Not good.
Touching down too far down the runway can leave the aircraft without enough distance to slow down safely. The Civil Aviation Authority asked Miar Aero to provide their records to figure out why they landed in an area meant for road traffic. Have you found your favorite moment yet? If not, stick around because the most memorable clip might still be waiting for you later in the video. A rescue drill by Aiut, Alpine Dolomites on the summit of Sas Rigais, standing at 3,005 meters in the Odal mountain group of the Italian Dolomites. Authorities were on the scene the moment the plane crashed, stepping in to rescue the people involved. Behind every impressive display is tight coordination between the pilot, the flight crew, and the ground support team. The biggest relief is that no one was hurt, even though one of the left engines was heavily damaged. The sound of rotor blades in the distance might make a lot of people curious, but the most important thing is to keep your distance and watch from a safe spot. The wing of one Airbus A320 clipped the tail of another, forcing both flights heading to Dortmund and London to be cancelled. The King Air might have refused to use its full landing gear, but the pilots still found a way to end the flight on the runway. If you enjoy these unexpected moments caught on camera, make sure to subscribe to the channel and keep tagging along with us. The cockpit view makes this landing even more special as a massive C-130J heads straight down a road meant for cars. A go-around isn't a failed landing. It's a safe decision made when the conditions ahead just aren't right anymore. The moment the Airbus A380 banked heavily over Farnborough gives viewers the feeling that the giant piece of This moment shows that a beautiful landing isn't about showing off. It's about bringing the aircraft down with stability and control. The right engine seemed like it wanted to end the trip early, and the flight crew decided to bring the whole plane back with it. Videos recorded by witnesses can help investigators piece together what happened, but they shouldn't be used to rush into guessing the cause. The event took place at Naha Airport as Typhoon number 13 approached, making landing conditions much more unpredictable than usual. The demonstration was recorded during the Tiger cruise of the aircraft carrier USS Carl Vinson, traveling from Pearl Harbor to San Diego. What do you think is the hardest part of this moment? Is it keeping the helicopter steady or getting the whole team down to a safe spot? This clip points out that taking off in a crosswind requires near absolute focus control and coordination.
Holy cow! Smoking! Oh my goodness! Whoa!
Emergency crews quickly surrounded the aircraft after it came to a stop, showing that the ground response was rolled out right on time. Strong winds might have been a factor in making the Bell 206 unstable, but the exact cause still needs to be verified by authorities. The quick and calm reaction of the flight crew helped get the fire under control before the situation got any worse. The incident might be related to the clearance from nearby obstacles. The upcoming clips might completely change your mind about which scene was the most impressive. It looks like the C-17 wanted to add its own sound effect just to make sure nobody took their eyes off the display. After a slide like that, the entire landing gear, propellers and engines, all need to be carefully inspected before the plane can fly again. In an emergency, the pilot has to touch down in exactly the right spot so the tailhook can catch the steel cable and bring the aircraft to a safe stop. The plane slid across the sand and came to a halt right at the water's edge, but both the pilot and the passenger walked away without a scratch.
Retard.
Even though the landing looked smooth, putting a wide-body aircraft down on a short runway still requires careful test planning and strict control procedures. The moment the Boeing 767 skids down the runway without its landing gear makes viewers hold their breath because there were up to 230 passengers on board. To show up at exactly the right time, over-the-racetrack flight crews have to maintain their speed spacing and formation with incredible precision. The moment the SB-2C lost its engine in midair made every decision after that a race against time. This moment shows that the preparation of the ground rescue team can make a huge difference when a flight runs into unexpected trouble. This incident is a good reminder that even the most powerful aircraft need strict maintenance procedures and safety checks. This clip shows that the landing surface has to be stable enough suitable for skids and thoroughly checked before the helicopter makes its approach. The investigation later showed that the aircraft had a technical issue, and it was also determined that the pilot wasn't at fault for the crash. It looks like the Twin Otter didn't need to choose between wheels and skis because it decided to bring both just to be safe. The moment the Cessna 525 flew low over Wateroo leaves viewers on the edge of their seats since the ground seemed to be just a tiny distance away from the plane. It's an amazing feat of aviation that such a massive aircraft can still take off with that much stability and control. A passenger tried to wake up the pilot, but the plane still kept crossing the taxiway and heading into the runway's safety area. After a rough first approach, the flight crew went around before trying to land again, which shows that the weather conditions at O'Hare were really tough at the time. In Oshkosh, the A-26 Silver Dragon had a nose gear issue while landing. Luckily, nobody was hurt.
Boston, touchdown in second, in a nightmare.
Passengers were later moved to another plane to continue their trip to Boston while the FAA investigates the incident. The moment passengers work together to push the Tu-134 in minus 52 degrees Celsius weather leaves viewers both surprised and amazed by the power of the cold. This moment reminds us that protecting our forests isn't just the rescue team's job. It starts with everyone being careful when heading out into nature. Behind every firefighting flight and every truck rushing into the danger zone is a respectable amount of bravery, responsibility, and a spirit of protecting the community. The timely arrival of the rescue team brings hope to threatened communities. These officers have been fighting the flames day and night, protecting nature property and everyone's safety. Thanks for joining us through these remarkable moments today. If you enjoy these stories caught on camera, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the next video.